starts now with breaking news.
Terrified. I actually left my job and flew here because my daughter was scared. She was in distraught. So as a parent, that was very disturbing to hear that there's a shooting at the school.
Yeah, you heard it right there. We continue to follow that breaking news from LeFlore High School.
2 students shot. Investigators say it was a female student who pulled the trigger.
According to police, a 16-year-old girl got into an argument with a 15-year-old boy, and that's when police say the girl pulled out a gun and shot the teen.
Well, police say he was grazed, but that same bullet, they say, also hit an innocent bystander, a 17-year-old male student. According to Police Chief Paul Prine, both were treated for non-life-threatening wounds. Our Fox 10 News team has been on this story from the start. We have live team coverage with the information you need to know about this shooting.
As you can see, Ariel Mallory and Brendan Kirby are on the scene right now.
Let's first go to Ariel with the very latest on the accused shooter. Ariel?
Yeah, Lenise and Byron, actually within the last few minutes, we have seen the accused shooter being escorted here from police headquarters. Now, exactly where she's going, that we have not confirmed. But again, within the last few minutes, we have seen her being escorted out of police headquarters. And police also just released the age of that female. She is 16 years old. Police say it was a 15-year-old boy that she got into an altercation with at LeFlore today when she fired those shots that struck that teen, grazing him, and then a 17-year-old student as well. We are told he was taken to the hospital and that his injuries are not that serious. Now, we did get video earlier when that hectic search was going on, frantically looking for her. The school went on a complete lockdown. Students were told to just wait until they could be dismissed, but everyone was on high alert. Several people out looking in the Pritchard area. Law enforcement was out, U.S. Marshals, as they were looking for her. And Chief Prine did provide brief details to us earlier in the day, just saying that while he can't say what it was about, they're still interviewing people as far as witnesses that saw it, students that saw it, and also speaking with the 2 victims that were injured, trying to get to the bottom of what exactly caused all of this to break out today at school. But Chief Prine did provide us some updated information, give us new details on her arrest. He says that she went to her parents in West Mobile, who coordinated with her to turn herself in to police headquarters. Take a listen.
Well, what I can tell you is that the juvenile responsible for the shooting made her way to a relative's house out West Mobile, and with the police department cooperating and working with the parents, we were able to coordinate that pickup with the parents to get her brought into police headquarters.
Yeah, so Chief Prine wanted to just emphasize that there was no active shooter situation today at LeFlore. It was a very scary moment when those shots were fired inside the school, but he wanted to emphasize there was not an active shooter situation. Again, she has been taken into custody, and in the last few minutes, we've actually seen her escorted from police headquarters. Now, our Brendan Kirby, also has been covering this story all day. I believe he's at LeFlore High School right now with the latest from LeFlore. Brendan?
Yeah, that's right, Ariel. The shooting not only drew a heavy police presence here to LeFlore, but also brought out a large number of top city leaders. That includes Mayor Sandy Stimson, 3 council members, and several top administration officials as well, all of them grasping for just what to do now about the latest public shooting. Councilman Corey Penn says that this hit home for him not only because this is in his council district, but because he's also a graduate of LeFlore High School. School system spokeswoman Renee Phillips says that this was something that students and faculty members do prepare for. Mayor Stimson notes that the number of murders is down over the last couple of years, but he says that it's impossible to measure the murders that are prevented. He does say, though, that the city does need to do more.
It's like so many people, when you hear about any shooting, especially with students that shot, and when it's in a school, I mean, it's just the outrage, the anger of how can this happen? How do we allow it to continue to happen? And, you know, we've said time and again, we can't police our way out of challenges like this. It's going to take the community, it takes the family, it takes the church, and it takes everybody. I'm joined by the city council. I mean, we all have and it's not like it just happened that we've had this heightened sense of concern. We've been concerned. I mean, we have been outraged But we felt it was important to come here today to increase the volume of the conversation. The intensity of conversation is that we're reaching out to everybody saying we need the community's help in solving these kind of challenges.
They handled this very well. They handled it according to all of the safety procedures that we have in place. We do practice for these. It's unfortunate that we live in a world where we do have to practice for these drills. But within, as soon as the incident occurred, they were able to go into lockdown mode.
After something like this, there's inevitable questions about security issues, and Philip says that that's something the school system is constantly reviewing, and we'll take a fresh look at this as well. Reporting live in Mobile, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.
And just to recap what we've been covering for you throughout the afternoon, 2 students were shot. All of this happening at LeFlore High School.
Both of the students taken to the hospital, treated for non-life-threatening wounds. That's according to MPD.
And we're told the 16-year-old suspected shooter shot the intended victim, grazing him. The chief telling Fox News another student, investigators believe, was involved in that incident, suffered a gunshot wound as well in the stomach.
This is a developing story. Fox 10 News is working to get more information for you. Count on Fox 10 News, because as soon as we do get that information, we're going to bring it to you on air, online, and across all of our social media platforms. Cressel Threadgill, the superintendent of Mobile County Public Schools, just sending out this statement in the last half hour, and it says, and we quote, "Incidents such as this are not tolerated, and as superintendent, I want to assure our parents and community that this matter will be handled to the fullest extent as allowed by the law."
And he says the district will review all safety protocols and procedures and make adjustments as needed to prevent something like this from happening again. The injured students, he says, are in stable condition and currently communicating with the school administration.
He ends by saying we will continue to keep those students and their families in our thoughts and prayers.
We also have a statement from Baldwin County School Superintendent Eddie Tyler reading this. "Our hearts are broken today over the shooting in Mobile. I've sent messages to Mobile County offering our services and support." He says school violence is an issue we deal with every day, and in fact, all educators are dealing with it across Alabama and across the country. Schools must be a safe place for students, and we will do anything we can to support Mobile County in this difficult time and mission, end quote.